In the real world, strongmen are nothing short of living titans.
For Poland. What a big right hand! It's all over! It's another!
Every step they take seems to shake the ground beneath them, and their power and size are downright unbelievable. Today, we're diving into what happens when these mountains of muscle enter the ring to crush their opponents. Welcome to BoXtreme. Let's get started. Mariusz Pudzianowski, famously known as the Dominator, is a legendary athlete and a 5-time holder of the world's strongest man title. After conquering the realm of brute strength, Pudzianowski decided that breaking records wasn't enough. He wanted to break faces too. The Polish powerhouse was well aware of the raw, terrifying strength stored inside him. He didn't rely much on technique. He simply overpowered his opponents with sheer force. Get ready to witness how Mariusz Pudzianowski crushed everyone that dared to stand in his way inside the MMA cage. In May 2022, tattoo-covered veteran Michał Materla found himself staring down Pudzianowski. The fight began cautiously, but boredom soon got the best of Mariusz, who suddenly lunged forward like a tank.
Wymiany stójkowe pierwsze szuka skrócenia dystansu Mariusz Pudzianowski. Czeka na swoją kontrę Michał Materla. Siedzi już ten podbródkowy, tam czeka te z jednej z drugiej ręki. Tak, ale na razie tutaj wydaje się Mariusz wyczuwa Michała. Trafił Mariusz Pudzianowski. Co się dzieje? W tarapatach Michał Materla.
Materla, with Pitbull written on his shorts, ended up looking more like a confused chihuahua. At one point, Pudzianowski accidentally landed a low kick.
Poszukał wątroby Michał Materla i trafił. Teraz sprowadzenie i odpowiada kolano Pudzian.
But even after the restart, Materla couldn't stop the storm. Moments later, he was flat on the canvas, while medics rushed in.
O, jeszcze trafił Pudzian, ale też odpowiedział ci Pał. Szuka dołów Michał Materla, to jest jego sposób na...
Unsure if his color came from the punches or the ink on his skin. Up to that day, no one had been able to handle Pudzianowski's unbelievable power. Finally, matchmakers brought in a giant straight from the African dunes, an undefeated 350-pound behemoth from Senegal. The colossal opponent charged recklessly, trying to use his size as a weapon. But Mariusz didn't care.
And look above it!
One thunderous punch later, the lights went out for the African giant. Another first-round demolition courtesy of the Polish juggernaut.
Mariusz Pudzianowski! It's an absolute knockdown!
On May 23, 2015, the Strongman faced Rolls Gracie, a proud member of the legendary Gracie fighting family. Rolls started off cautiously, keeping his distance from Mariusz's monstrous hands.
That is personified tonight, Rolls Gracie. Over 140 titles in the clan, all at stake here.
But when he threw a low kick, he instantly regretted it. Pudzianowski, who has never skipped leg day in his life, countered with explosive fury.
Presents for Poland. What a big right hand! It's all over!
A brutal hook ended the fight in seconds. As Mariusz celebrated, his back looked like a billboard, covered head to toe with sponsor logos.
Gracie, it was unthinkable when...
Later that same year, Pudzianowski went head-to-head with his bald countryman, Marcin Najman. Even before the opening bell, Mariusz made his intentions clear by tearing off his shirt like the Hulk. From the start, he took total control, unloading a barrage of low kicks.
Determinowany Mariusz Pudzianowski. Ale mocny low kick w jego wykonaniu. Kłopoty Najmana. A w tej chwili próbuje chwycić Najmana. Low kicki, dobre myśli.
Then, Abandoning all sense of technique, he bulldozed Najman to the mat and pounded him until the referee decided enough was enough. Fast forward to the summer of 2021. Pudzianowski squared off against another Polish fighter, Łukasz Shtyrkov. He entered the cage with a Beat Diet sponsor printed on his chest, which made perfect sense. Those beats must have come straight from a superhero lab. In the opening round, he tested Shtyrkov with powerful low kicks, but ate a counter to the face. Shtyrkov smirked, showing off with flashy kicks.
Trafił chyba Łukasz Jurkowski, zachwiał się Mariusz. Jeszcze raz próba wysokiego kopnięcia, ale to lewy prosty robi robotę.
Until Mariusz grabbed one, threw him down, and rained elbows from above.
Brawo, kiwka, przeruch, przechwycenie nogi, ma Pudzian, to co? Ziemię. No i w tej chwili powinien rozpocząć Pudzianowskiego. Lepszej sytuacji już nie będzie miał.
In round 2, Pudzianowski unleashed chaos, finishing Shtyrkov in brutal fashion.
Jeżeli znów zdaje się, że te low kicki robią wrażenie, a teraz siła Pudzianowskiego znów wzięła górę. Rywala i skończenia tej walki przed czasem, no tak jak teraz? Nie, Shtyrkov się nie podda, to wiem, sędzia może to przerwać. Ręce wykluczone, koniec walki. Mariusz!
After the fight, Shtyrkov refused to shake hands, so Mariusz gave him a final rite of crucifixion. Another knockout for the highlight reel. After flattening everyone in his way, Pudzianowski faced Erko Jun, a Bosnian knockout artist riding a 3-fight win streak. From the opening seconds, Mariusz avoided wild exchanges, took Jun to the ground, and hammered him relentlessly. In round 2, Jun gained confidence and pushed forward. But that was his mistake. Pudzianowski countered with perfect timing, sent him crashing to the mat, and finished him with his trademark ground and pound fury.
The wire gets the double leg.
And I think this marked the beginning of the end here for Erko Jun.
Strategy, sit low on the hips, keep punching. Referee giving a warning here, this looks close.
It's all over and Pudzianowski has done it.
Next, he met the legendary Eric Butterbean Esch, a veteran of boxing, kickboxing, and MMA. Butterbean reminded the Pole of his striking power early on, but Pudzianowski didn't care.
Pudzianowski dostał lewą i jeszcze raz dostał lewą.
I taka była taktyka przygotowana na Butterbeana.
Z Butterbeana uciekać z narożnika. To powinien robić Pudzianowski.
He took the fight to the ground, where the American had no answers. A few thunderous punches later, the referee had no choice but to stop the carnage.
Pudzianowski na górze, Pudzianowski atakuje.
Tą zasłonę z rąk rywala Mariusz Pudzianowski. Dużo ciosów odpowiada na tę agresję. Jeżeli nie będzie odpowiadał, sędzia ten pojedynek. Mariusz więcej tych ciosów. Więcej. Koniec!
Drzewa umierają.
Still unsatisfied, matchmakers searched for someone who could possibly match Pudzianowski's power, and they found Bob Sapp, a true beast of a man. On paper, it looked like a fair fight between monsters. But the moment the bell rang, Pudzianowski charged like a mad bull, tackled Sapp to the ground, and unleashed a storm of punches until the referee jumped in to save him.
Pojedynków przegrała w 16 i Pudzian zaczyna dewastującą pracę. Sapp na deskach. Pudzian atakuje. Blender patrzy, czy nie przerwać tej walki. Oglądali Państwo.
Another victim added to the Dominator's list. Another mountain of muscle who swapped barbells for boxing gloves was Hafthor Björnsson, better known to Game of Thrones fans as the Mountain. His eternal rival, Eddie Hall, had been challenging him for years, both trying to claim the title of the world's strongest man. But when lifting weights wasn't enough to settle the score, They decided to solve it the old-fashioned way, inside a boxing ring. At the press conference, Hall acted like a cheeky school bully, taunting Thor and throwing insults like jabs.
If you want to fight me, step forward.
Yeah, I stepped outside. You didn't follow me because you're a pussy. I'll step forward, mate. If you want to fucking go right now, I'll step up and fucking do it. Fuck you, fake fox. Look at me, you scared little boy. You
But when the lights went down and the bell rang, the crowd witnessed something straight out of mythology. Two Norse gods trading thunder. Eddie came out swinging, even flooring Thor early.
Swing from Eddie Hall.
Stand the pushes, punches, standing off, good shot. You felt that? That was called a push.
But the Icelander's resilience was unreal. Channeling the power of his legendary hammer, Mjolnir, Thor stormed back with massive punches that sent shockwaves through the ring.
Eddie. That shoulder, there, Eddie. He's not, no, he's just making more difficult.
Oh, that was... He's only halfway through. Oh!
As the rounds went on, Hall began to fade while Thor grew stronger, proving that his power wasn't just for show.
Oh, big shot there!
By the final bell, the giant from Iceland had won the war, silencing his loudmouthed rival once and for all. Björnsson's next opponent was seasoned English boxer Simon Vallely, a fighter with 2 decades of experience and the confidence to match. Vallely came in smirking, ready to school the strongman on technique. But mocking Thor was a big mistake. The Icelander's punches landed like sledgehammers, rearranging Vallely's facial structure one jab at a time.
The exhibition protocols, Darren, because we know what kind of guy he has.
It was a good counter left hook, in close. Oh!
By the end, the lesson was clear.
Been very impressed with his patience
Familiar.
though, Chris.
Yeah, the chain.
Never taunt a man who can deadlift your car. Later, Thor stepped into the ring with Stephen Ward, a slick and mobile boxer known for his footwork. Ward danced around like a matador, dodging Thor's cannon-like punches and landing a few counters of his own.
That with his inexperience, Bjornsson will overreact to those kind of...
His first fight.
Yeah, just trying to make that from the big man at all. Ward just...
But the giant's chin was carved from granite and his stamina never wavered. As the fight wore on, Thor began to dominate with heavy pressure.
Just trying to set some traps for some pull counters.
Oh, look at that.
Whoa, just clipped over the top there, Stephen Ward. Let's have a look at that.
The bout ended in a draw, though most fans agreed. Ward had survived, not won. Björnsson then faced Canadian arm wrestling legend Devon Larratt, a man whose forearms looked like tree trunks. Devon had already beaten Thor on the arm wrestling table, but this was boxing, and Thor was out for revenge. The bell rang, and immediately Bjornsson unleashed a storm. Larratt tried to hold on, but it was like trying to stop a hurricane with a broomstick.
Trying to land that jab.
Put his weight on him.
Yep. You know what I mean? I know he's got the power and the strength to knock me out in a minute or two.
Yeah.
But if I can take him a little deeper.
See what he's...
Within minutes, the referee jumped in to stop the fight, saving Larratt from further punishment. Thor raised his arms in victory. From strongman to Game of Thrones villain to boxing conqueror, the mountain had truly come to life. And now we travel east to the land of bears, vodka, and absolute savagery. Russia. From there emerged Ivan Shtyrkov, known to fans as the Russian Hulk. Shtyrkov wasn't just big, he was built like a tank and fought like one too. A powerhouse with elite boxing, deadly grappling, and bone-crushing wrestling, he became one of the scariest men in the cage. Ivan tore through opponents with ease, taking down former UFC stars like Rico Rodriguez,
Спина выпрямлена. Все.
Antonio Bigfoot Silva,
От Сильвы. О, хороший удар! Пропускает.
and Thiago Silva. Against Bigfoot, he looked human for about 30 seconds, then activated Hulk mode, unleashed a flurry of punches, and left the giant Brazilian staring at the ceiling. But Shtyrkov didn't stop there. He continued to add names to his list. Artur Astakov,
Gets also oh, big right hand. That's gonna be it. That's it. Yeah.
Satoshi Ishii,
Хорошо попадает. И это тяжелое попадание. Я бы уже остановил нафиг.
and even heavyweight champ Phil DeFries all felt the wrath of the Russian juggernaut.
Все, я остановил.
His power was so relentless that fans started calling him a one-man army. Every punch from Shtyrkov looked like it could break through a wall. Every slam sounded like thunder. Inside the cage, he wasn't just fighting, he was rewriting the laws of physics. Before Thor, before Pudzianowski, there was Bob Sapp, the original muscle monster. Nicknamed the Beast, this 350-pound juggernaut once made even Mike Tyson think twice about stepping into the ring.
Listen up here. Hey. They may call you Kid Dynamite. You mess with me, I'll put your fuse out.
Sign the contract, big boy. Sign the contract.
In the early 2000s, Sapp tore through the worlds of kickboxing and MMA like a comic book villain come to life. His fights weren't just matches, they were earthquakes. He knocked out legends like Ernesto Hoost, not once, but twice, sending shockwaves through the fight world. Sapp became a global sensation. Fans loved his wild power, his monstrous physique, and his terrifying roar. He flattened warriors like Kimo Leopoldo Ikebuno Taro,
Trying to finish Akibo on his first round. 10 seconds remaining. Oh, 1, 2 coming.
and a long list of others who quickly realized that fighting Bob Sapp was like being hit by a small car. But as the years went on, something strange happened. Rumors began to swirl that Sapp was, let's say, taking a business-friendly approach to fighting. One by one, his terrifying knockouts turned into quick losses. Fans who once feared the Beast began to laugh, watching him fall to smaller, lighter fighters who looked like they'd wandered in from a different weight class entirely. Still, his early reign remains the stuff of legend. A time when the Beast truly roared and nobody was safe inside the ring.
Oh, that's it. It was a...
So, what happens when the strongest men on Earth trade barbells for boxing gloves? You get chaos, destruction, and a whole lot of broken ribs. From Mariusz Pudzianowski to Hafthor Björnsson, from Bob Sapp to even Shtyrkov, these living mountains have proven that raw power, when paired with a warrior's heart, can shake the entire world of combat sports. This was BoXtreme, where titans clash and legends are born. See you next time.